the Trump administration has reclassified some federal workers. What this means for those jobs.
Plus, Ukraine and Russia participated in a prisoner of war exchange. How many prisoners were released?
Also, an update on Nancy Guthrie. What new information has been released?
And find out how a local business is providing homemade goods to the community.
And I'm tracking yet another snowstorm tomorrow. NewsLink Indiana starts now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Addison Hampshire.
And I'm Brianna Baru.
The Trump administration is moving forward with plans to change how tens of thousands of federal employees are classified. The administration issued a new rule today that would reclassify roughly 50,000 federal workers. It allows agencies to shift senior staffers involved in policy into a new category, marking them at-will employees who are easier to fire. The administration says this will let them quickly remove staffers who perform poorly, engage in misconduct, or obstruct presidential directives. Some union and advocacy groups say they plan to sue over the new rule. Ukraine and Russia exchanged 314 prisoners of war amid trilateral negotiations. Both countries have returned 157 prisoners of war to the other side today, according to Russian state news agency TASS and U.S. negotiator Steve Witkoff.
It marks the first such exchange in 4 months. Russia's state-owned military TV channel Zvezda said that in addition to the released combatants, 3 Russian citizens who are residents of the Kursk region were also returned home. It added that the United Arab Emirates and United States provided mediation for the swap, and the returned Russian military personnel are currently in Belarus. The swap comes as the second day of trilateral talks between Ukraine, Russia, and the U.S. wraps up in the Emirati capital, Abu Dhabi.
It is now day 5 in the search for the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, with very little new information in the case of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. Authorities are still looking into a ransom letter, but have not yet determined if it is legitimate. The FBI is working alongside the Paiba County Sheriff's Department and has offered a $50,000 reward. Police say they think Guthrie is still alive. Officials previously said Guthrie's life is at risk without medication that she takes daily. They believe someone took her forcefully from her Tuscan area home overnight Saturday. A large law enforcement presence was at her home yesterday. Evidence bags were seen, but officials have not yet said what they were looking for or what they found. Oh my gosh, Brianna, it is so chilly out there tonight.
I know, walking to the studio today, I had no scarf, no hat, and it randomly started snowing.
Oh, well, I had a hat, but I mean, I didn't have my scarf either.
I really hope this weather doesn't continue throughout the week.
Well, let's find out.
Well, I've got bad news for you because this winter weather is going to go on for a few more days, including tonight. So let's take a look at those current temperatures. 19 in Muncie, 20 in Indianapolis, and 22 to our west in Lafayette. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to see temperatures actually increase overnight for a change. 20 degrees at 11 p.m. before we warm up to 28 degrees by tomorrow morning. But what I'm going to be tracking my full forecast later in the show are that snow tomorrow morning, a cold weekend, but we do have relief from these cold temperatures next week.
Since September, a Muncie local has been running a country store in her own front yard. NewsLink Indiana's Arlene Thompson took a look inside.
In the outskirts of Muncie, Elizabethtown Country LLC is a staple in the community. Starting out as a farm stand, then to a farmer's market frequenter, owner Wendy Back decided to make it permanent.
It's been wonderful. A lot of people in the community support me. They all say that they love it.
Making healthy options for those in the country, Back provides the community with their own little shop without forcing them to make the drive to the city. Offering homemade goods and providing things such as skincare, body care, and artwork, Back adds her own candles and goat milk to the mix.
I've met so many people, especially in this area. Yeah, it's just been nice. I love meeting new people.
The thing that brings people in is the baked goods on Fridays, with bread, cinnamon rolls, and cookies. Elizabethtown Country also presents Soup Wednesdays and breakfast on Saturdays. Not only that, but holiday-themed items can be found in the store during the season. The single business owner's favorite part, though, has been getting to know those around her.
A lot of the items in here as well are from local small businesses, so it helps me be able to support them as well.
With only about 5 months under her belt, BAC has been able to give a sense of community to the scenic side of Muncie. In Muncie, Arlene Thompson, NewsLink, Indiana.
To learn more, visit the Elizabethtown Country LLC's Facebook page.
After months of construction and years of planning, Muncie now has their very own sensory gym. NewsLink Indiana's Ava Lenz takes us into the ball pit of the story.
Laughter. It's the sound that fills every corner of the Happy Hideaway Gym, the reason why it all exists. The owner of Happy Hideaway Gym, Crystal Altick, has been met with so much support from the community that to her, she never thought the gym would get as much attention as it is.
I think the interaction between these kids, whether you're diagnosed with autism or sensory disorders, they just get more real time to learn how to communicate and interact with the general public.
To Altick, the gym isn't just a business to her, but it's a memory of her late daughter, Brooke Crawford. The plaque that rests on the counter is a reminder that she will always be a part of this special place.
Brooke would absolutely love this. We were just talking about this other day, how she could help, run the counter or pick up the kids from school. I mean, I could totally see her coming in and opening it up. Oh yeah, she would definitely be so proud of this and be happy to work here.
Parents from the community have said they have seen the impact the gym has made in Muncie and how much it's helped their children with their confidence and become more social, including Altick's own daughter after she was diagnosed with autism at the age of 4.
Is this too slow for you?
Altick realized that there were no sensory gyms in Muncie.
I think this place is amazing, just really seeing how other kids can come here and be comfortable. Anyone is welcome, and they truly can just regulate themselves and play and have fun and, be a kid.
In Muncie, Ava Lenz, NewsLink, Indiana.
Happy Hideaway Sensory Gym is located on McGallier Road next to Plato's Closet and is open to anyone and everyone of all ages. Coming up, see how a Ball State organization is fighting heart disease.
And find out about the new natural food dye that has been approved by the Food and Drug Administration.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back. Every 34 seconds, one person in the United States dies from cardiovascular disease. February is American Heart Health Month, and right here in Muncie, a student-led program is working to change those numbers one workout at a time.
From campus to community, Cardinal Wellness is helping promote heart health by making fitness accessible. In Delaware County, nearly 30% of adults report being physically inactive, which is a major risk factor for heart disease.
I've noticed relationships form. I've noticed participants who typically came here by themselves come in groups.
Cardinal Wellness is a free student-run program offering exercise classes, nutrition education, and childcare, removing barriers that often prevent people from prioritizing their health.
You see them, you're both trying to make each other better, especially in an environment like this where it's all wellness-based. You know, it's a two-way connection. It's not just us telling somebody what to do to how to make them better. We're getting feedback from them and we're giving them feedback. So,
Participants also receive personalized health assessments every 3 months, tracking progress like blood pressure and hand grip strength.
A low hand grip strength is linked to midlife disability and early mortality, so early death. Yeah, so I'm very interested in hand grip strength.
One 86-year-old breast cancer survivor drives from Indianapolis to attend classes twice a week, increasing her hand grip strength by 10% in the past 6 months.
It's so much cheaper to participate in exercise programs than need open heart surgery, right?
For IU Health Ball Community Health Assessment, Delaware County is ranked in the bottom 10 counties statewide for life expectancy. Instructors say even attending 2 classes a week can make a lasting difference in your heart health. In Muncie, Indiana, Rayanna Goebel, NewsLink, Indiana.
Cardinal Wellness classes are free and open to the public, proving it's never too early or too late to prevent heart disease. Interested in getting involved? Join them at Harvest Church and follow them on Facebook at Cardinal Wellness.
The Food and Drug Administration has approved a new natural food dye. It's called Beetroot Red, and it's part of Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Make America Healthy Again campaign. The FDA is also now allowing products with natural dyes to be labeled no artificial colors. Before, they could only do that if no dyes of any kind were used. Many synthetic dyes are associated with health risks. The FDA banned red dye number 3 last year, and states like California have banned others. The agency wants synthetic dyes eliminated from food entirely by next year.
Equifax is being accused of price gouging states in regard to Medicaid program. Democratic Senators Elizabeth Warren, Ron Wyden, and Independent Senator Bernie Sanders wrote a letter to the company's chief executive asking for answers regarding its business practices. The senators allege the credit rating company has a, quote, long history of anti-competitive behavior, end quote. A spokesperson for Equifax says the company will respond through the proper channels. Many states use an Equifax program called the Work Number, which quickly verifies a Medicaid applicant's work hours and wages. According to a New York Times probe quoted in the senator's letter, Equifax often raises the price for the Work Number.
We're near the end of this cold stretch, but a warm-up is on the way. Find out when after the break.
After his wife passed, my neighbor Larry started drinking a lot. He was in distress and acting out. He had guns around, and I didn't want anything bad to happen. I pressed pause. Our local authorities filed a firearm restraining order to temporarily remove the guns. It gave Larry the time he needed to get help. It wasn't easy, but we got through it together. Learn more at illinois.gov/pause to heal.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
All right, welcome back. Let's take a look over the Ball State campus from Cooper Science. We've got another cloudy night tonight, but overall nothing but clouds in the sky, but you can see campus illuminated there on the ground. Cloudy conditions right now, winds coming from the south-southwest at 10 miles per hour. Temperatures, they're still on the cold side, 19 degrees right now. Visibility, it was at 5 miles earlier, but now we're now back up to the standard 10. Temperatures, like I mentioned, are on that cold side. 19 degrees right now in Muncie, 18 in Newcastle, and 22 are north in Hartford City. Temps aren't going to change much as we go throughout the night. The low for this evening is going to be 21 degrees. Flurries throughout the evening, so kind of like what we saw earlier today with that little bit of flurries, even lighter snow at times, but we're going to see that all throughout the evening. So flurries, winds coming from the southwest at 10 miles per hour, so they're really going to start to pick up as we go into the day tomorrow, and got a little bit more on that in a minute. But let's talk about this cold stretch we've been in, because we are on day 14. Yes, you heard me. Day 14 of temperatures not breaking that freezing point. We hit 32 this past Tuesday, but we didn't break it, so we do have a good chance of breaking 32 tomorrow with a high projected to be 34 degrees. 26 in the morning at 8 a.m., 31 at noon, 34 at 5 p.m. So we're looking to break that streak. Winds are going to be pretty gusty tomorrow, though. 15 miles per hour. Snow is going to be the main story tomorrow, 8 a.m. and noon. So let's track that out for you right now. It's going to cause some headaches for the morning commute. So let's look at this. 6 a.m. Here comes that snow. It's going to start entering into Muncie. And it's really going to pick up as we go into the morning commute. Here it is at 8 a.m. Muncie is going to be right in the thick of it, in between the heavier snow and this little bit of freezing rain here. So that's going to cause some issues towards Indianapolis. That snow is going to continue to go throughout the day until around noon, when that main snow moves out, and we're stuck with just some small little bands, flurry bands, like we saw today throughout the rest of the day, and overall it's going to clear out into the evening. But we are also going to be experiencing some more on that in a minute, but I'm tracking right now 1 to 2 inches of snow for tomorrow, so nothing compared to that winter storm we had a couple weeks ago, but still 1 to 2 inches of snow. Freezing rain to the north, like I mentioned, so it's going to be another coating on that. I talked about those wind gusts. It's going to pick up right as that snow moves out. So here it is, 12:30 from the northwest at 24 miles per hour. Really pick up as we go into the evening hours. Here it is Friday, 5 p.m., that's when that cold front moves through, and it's going to bring some chillier temperatures. So let's take a look at these wind chills. I hope you enjoy your one day of 30 degrees, because that's it for the next couple days. Here Friday at 7 p.m., 11 degrees in Muncie, 10 in Marion, and we're back into the negatives as we go into Saturday morning. But I do have good news. Warm-up is on the way, just 6 to 10 days from now. Above average temperatures throughout the country for the next 6 to 10 days, but you'll see in the 7-day forecast as we get to next Tuesday, we're back into the 40s for the first time in a while. 43 on Tuesday, 38 on Wednesday. Rain chances return by midweek next week. So we are at the end of this cold stretch, almost just a couple more days to go.
I'm so ready for spring.
Me too.
Well, there's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Stephen Grata has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Brianna and Addison. One local high school team prepares for the playoffs, and one professional sport reaches the end of its road. All this and more next in sports.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere. Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Stephen Grotto with sports. Super Bowl 60 is just around the corner, and the players are gearing up for the final game of the season. The two-seeded Patriots finished their season with a 17-3 record and took down the one-seeded Broncos in the AFC Championship to clinch their spot in the big game. Standing across from the Patriots is the Sam Darnold-led Seahawks. The Seahawks come into this game with a record of 16-3 while outscoring their opponents by 230 points. Super Bowl 60 is set to kick off Sunday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC. Passing it to the collegiate realm, Ball State Athletics held a celebration for some of their athletes yesterday. NewsLink Indiana's Jalen McKissick has more on the commemoration.
It was National Women and Girls in Sports Day yesterday, and to celebrate, Ball State Athletics brought out a plethora of female student athletes during halftime of the women's basketball game to recognize them for the holiday. Sophomore guard Grace Kingery said that it's nice to possibly be an influence on the young girls in the audience to play sports.
It means a lot, obviously. You know, all the girls that were able to watch us today and see what we were able to do and, you know, obviously inspire them. So, yeah.
When asked who's been an inspiration to her, Grace named a player who is well known around the Hoosier State.
Probably in high school, I'd probably say Caitlin Clark, but yeah, that's kind of obvious. That's kind of obvious.
She's a good one.
Senior center Tessa Towers believes the energy amongst the team is high due to the success this season.
I feel like right now, we're the closest we've ever been. We all want each other to succeed. It's just a great feeling, honestly.
Head coach Brady Salee knows his team is playing well, but thinks there is still another level that they can reach.
To see us playing this cleanly and this well is exciting, and I think we got some more in us, to be honest with you.
The team's next game will be a non-MAC game against Troy here in Muncie. Salee is excited for a chance to play an out-of-conference opponent.
Go toe-to-toe with somebody as good as Troy and really learn this late in the year. I think, man, it's a great deal.
You can catch the Cardinals as they verse Troy in Worthing Arena this Saturday at 1 p.m. for the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. In Muncie, Jalen McKissick, NewsLink, Indiana.
Staying on the court, Delta girls basketball is looking to make another deep postseason run. NewsLink Indiana's Aiden McNally met with the squad for more.
No regrets at all. You know, you want to make sure that anything that's in your power that you can do to be able to get your team to where it needs to be, each person individually, and I didn't do that. Do that plus more.
That is Delta girls basketball head coach Tyronda Benning's message to the locker room as her squad is gearing up for their sectional matchup tomorrow night. After a semi-state appearance last season, Benning is loving the excitement her players have, barring this fresh opportunity for another deep run.
You know, it's one of those things where my team always gets super excited for tournaments. I think they get excited to play with each other, play for each other, and play for our community. So it's one of those things where I feel good just knowing that they get pumped in that way, they get excited in that way. So I just hope that that kind of momentum can carry us into this week and the outcome be in our favor.
Delta was able to retain every player on their roster to repeat a potential run. This includes senior captain and star Jillian Barr, who is looking to set the bar throughout Delta girls basketball history this playoffs.
I'm really looking forward to beating the Delta High School overall scoring record, which is 1,408 points. I'm only 17 away, so it's pretty great. And then just to go further than we did last year with the team.
The Eagles are heading into this postseason coming off 3 consecutive losses, but this doesn't worry Benning, as she's seen this film before.
You know what's crazy is last year we did the same exact thing. We have a tough schedule throughout the year, and I added some even tougher teams this year on purpose to get us ready for the tournament. I think the girls are understanding and realizing that same thing happened to us last year around this time. And as long as we can click and use those games as momentum and those battles that we went through in order to use it as fuel for the sectional, I think that we'll be in good shape.
Jillian Barr, Coach Benning, and Delta girls basketball start their quest to get back into the semi-state lights tomorrow night at 6 p.m. In Muncie, Aiden McNally, NewsLink, Indiana.
You know, although I'm not much of a sports person myself, the Super Bowl is when I tune in.
Absolutely. It's my favorite holiday, and I can't wait for it.
Well, thank you so much, Stephen. Coming up, Evan Schatz is your campus coverage for tonight.
Then we will have one final look at the weather. Stay with us.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me in ways that I never knew that I could be broken. And I contemplated suicide. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe. Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This semester's culture exchange events in the Rinker Center for Global Affairs. The presenter, Dilnas Kozybakova, brought a part of her world to ours.
Russia, a country spanning 2 continents and many different nationalities and ethnicities. For the presenter, Dilnas Kozybakova, the afternoon did not feel like a presentation, but a connection to her home. Growing up in Siberia, culture wasn't just something she studied, but lived and experienced. While presenting, she opened up about the place, food, and memories she knows so well. And before long, connections became conversations. Beyond the stereotypes and headlines, Kozybakova hopes other people see hers as not cold and distant, but warm and helpful.
We're so kind. That's the one thing I want everybody to understand about us. We're so warm and so soft, kind of.
From Ball State and Muncie, Evan Schatz, NewsLink, Indiana.
Such a great event. And it's so great that the Rinker Center is holding events like these. It's just incredible.
I agree. Thank you so much, Evan.
Yeah.
Let's take one final look at our weather with Joe.
All right, let's take one last look at that tonight forecast. We got flurries throughout this evening with a low of 21 degrees. Winds coming from the southwest at 10 miles per hour. The main snow is going to move in tomorrow. Let's take a look at Friday. 80% chance of snow showers, 1 to 2 inches of snow expected before a cool down for the weekend, but warm temperatures do return next week for the first time in a while. 36 on Monday, 43 on Tuesday. Rain chances return on Wednesday with a wintry mix possible on Thursday. So like I said earlier, we are so close to these warmer temperatures. I might as well break the shorts out next week.
Thank you so much, Joe. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 8 for Cardinal Sunrise, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page and YouTube channel.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to cardinalmediabsu.com. Have a great night and stay safe.